It should, yeah, it should be in the cloud. Yeah, yeah, the purpose of this is to kind of reaffirm our or my original intention of Sidereal Revolution and the Facebook group that we have and the Learn Sidereal Astrology website that I have, which hosts. It's a that website is known. It's the best course teaching platform in existence right now. It's on Kajabi. So my original intention was to host my courses, but also to give students that train with me the opportunity to have courses on there. And we had a little shock to our community, which actually helped us realize that we're not on track with our original vision. So it gave us a speed boost, a little bit of fire towards, realizing that, this original vision is important. And that's where we're at right now. So yeah, so my intention is to have people take the masterclass with me to become certified and to then have the confidence to then teach on their own. However, their niche, so to speak, is like, for example, Nikki does herbology, so she's really into medical astrology. So that's going to be really important for us. None of us are doing that. And Dani, she's a doctor, so it's like it all merges. Like it's an amazing. And Don, who's also completed the mentorship program, he's a librarian, a researcher, and a teacher and a librarian that is retiring this year. So can you imagine, like, when he's freed up, what he's bringing to the table? So this is what my intention was, and now we're gonna light the fires and kick the tires on this. So how this is gonna work is we're gonna start with a series of live classes on a simple level 1 astrology program, which I'm going to walk you through so you can see what I'm talking about. But on those modules, there's going to be a feature for live classes. And this is where our students are going to start coming in and hosting live classes. So I went and said once a week. So Dani is excited. She's like, I can do a couple nights a week. So I'm going to show you the software that if she decides to do a couple nights a week, as soon as she goes into that live room, you'll get an email. If you're signed up to this program, you'll get an email saying Dani is live teaching a live course, and you can come right in and you can learn with her. So this is what I'm going to show you. So the intention is to have the students start to learn how to interact live with people, how to host a live setting. Then the second step is going to be the students are now going to have an opportunity to create their own course with course modules, and they have to write their content, which is a lot more, it involves a lot more, it's more intensive. So that will come later. So Dani will launch a course on this platform, and this course will be done in modules, and she'll be able to promote her course even as far reaching as she wants. And Nikki will do the same. And it will have all these different modules and videos, and then it'll be their own course, and they can go live within their own course. So that's the idea, is that once they create their own course with their own module, so Dani will be an instructor on Learn Sidereal Astrology. She has her own course and her own, I'm letting people in, that's why I'm getting distracted. So she'll have her own course, and when she goes live, you're live with Dani. And then Dani we have a revenue share. So Dani will make money when you buy her course. So that's the intention, because these students are taking my masterclass and they're doing mentorship. They're spending money. And that was the intention, is I'm going to train you to be an astrologer. I'm going to give you a Facebook platform to interact with other students. And then I'm going to also give you an opportunity to create a course. So that's my intention. That's what I want to give. And we've had some things in the Sidereal Revolution group that went off course because I just wasn't paying attention, and I forgot my original intention. So now I'm here to state that original intention is that I created this for my students. And yes, of course I make an income because I'm the crazy guy out here doing this as full time. This is not my hobby. So there is a revenue stream for me, but the intention is that platform, Sidereal Revolution, belongs to you guys, right? The Learn Sidereal Astrology is available for you guys, for you as students. So, so you can join up as a student, or you can join up as a student learning astrology to become a teacher. So there's two different ways we can do this. So I'm going to walk you through real quick the two different ways, and then I'll leave you to Nikki first, because I think Nikki has to run, and then we'll hang out with Dani for a little bit. So let me share my screen. Does anybody have any questions, by the way, as I'm moving forward about what I just spoke about? No? Okay. So I'm going to share this link right away. This is it here. So this is, I'm going to put this in the chat. So now you have this link and you can look at it on your own. I just lost, oh, here's chat here. So this link here, this is the one that will be for the students. So this course is the beginner's course. This is level 1. And this course you'll have, it's normally $247, but for this meeting, I made it 97. And the core of this is, let me show you here. I think it's going to be right here. Hang on one sec. This is it here. So what that course looks like inside looks like this. So if any of you guys are in the masterclass or you got the free version that lasted for 8 days, it's the same thing. But it's $97 because of this right here, live classes. So what this enables is for you to have access to all the live classes that are being held by the masterclass graduates. So meaning, like right now I'm looking at Dani, Donald, Nikki, Billy. Billy is somewhat there. I see her. She's working. Jesse is in the master class, and Jesse is budding. Jesse is going to rock the world the same way as Don. Jesse's going to come in as a force. So we want to support Jesse. We want to support Dani. We want to support Nikki. We want to support whoever's going to show up. So this is where they're going to show up. All of those students that I mentioned that are on this call now, and even more that are going to be coming. This is what you're really paying for. This $97 here will give you lifetime access to be able to join this live class. So what you'll do is you'll get an email saying Dani is live, and you click that button right there. You go into your module, you click that button, and this is what comes up. And you go in and you join live class, and you're in the class with Dani, or you're in the class with Don, or you're in the class with Nikki, or you're in the class with me. Sometimes I'll teach some of these level 1 classes. So the pre-recorded videos, modules on this class, it's to learn how to read a natal chart. So here you have 18 videos. So this is pretty cool because, I'll tell you what's in the course. I give you a video of what's the difference between sidereal and tropical, so you know. Overview of what a natal chart is and why you're doing it. Course documents. And then we simply go, like, I have a system, I call it paint by numbers, where we do astrology based on numbers. We don't worry about the signs. So you go through 1 all the way through 13. We got the music going over here on the streets of Miami. So you go all the way through 13. So you just can study and watch the videos and understand it. And slowly you'll begin it. You know learn how to read a natal chart. So you get that. But like I said, the most important part, what you're really paying for, is to have access to these live classes with masterclass graduates, which was on the top. It said, I might have just lost it, but on the top where it said join live classes, that's what you guys are getting when you do this. All right. So that's that. Now, later on, I'll give you another link. I'm going to let the students talk now. Later on, I'm going to give you another link. If you want to train to become an astrology student, I have a masterclass. So like I said, all the students that I mentioned before, they've completed the masterclass, and that comes with lifetime access. So even though they completed the masterclass and they are got a certificate, they're still involved in learning. because it's an ongoing process, right? So it's lifetime. So I go on once a week on that. I teach the master class, and we just open up topics and do it once a week, all right, with me. So does anybody have any questions on that, on what I just showed you? Yeah.
Corinna asked if people that were not students could become teachers.
That's a conversation. I think Karina emailed me. Someone emailed me. But yeah, that's a conversation that we'll have in private, because yeah, it's good to be clear on that too. Yeah, my priority is the students. Like, my priority on this platform here to teach are my students. On Sidereal Revolution, if promotions and offerings is going to be the students, because I want my students to feel comfortable. That was one of the things that came up for us. Let me stop sharing so I have a bigger screen. One of the things that came up for us in Sidereal Revolution is we had excessive how do you say, participation from people who weren't students, and I had some private conversations with students, and they opened up and they said, yeah, I don't feel as good as these people that you have on the group that are interacting all the time. And I took a closer look, and I'm like, well, those people interacting on the group aren't even students of mine. They haven't trained with me, studied with me. They haven't supported financially our platform. So they shouldn't really be doing that. But the issue is with me is I didn't really state that in the beginning. I thought it was seen by my actions, and that was wrong for me to assume. I thought that and it is seen by my actions if you look. But if you have your own agenda.
Yeah. But I think if people have a course idea, maybe they've already worked on one, they can come to you and say, hey, this is my idea.
Yeah.
This is what I want to teach your students. And then I guess your responsibility as a teacher, if that's an agreement that you make, would be to promote your own course. So you would have to go through your social media, through your ads, to get people to come on and take the course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And then we could discuss too on Sidereal Revolution what it means, but definitely it's not a free range anymore. It's definitely conversation, because
right. As long as it aligns with what we're teaching.
Aligns. Yeah, we're on a mission. And it just has to align. Like we're resonating in a different vibration, in a certain vibration, and we want to support that vibration. It's not like any other vibration or any other ways are wrong, but we seem to be resonating in a frequency that we all like here. So we want to keep that in motion. That's I keep saying I think, because I always feel bad to like push people out, but I know we're resonating in this vibration, and I know that we need to keep that in motion, and there's room for everyone, there's room for people to join in, but there's no room to join in and then bring something different than where we're resonating. That's not going to work. So that's clear. But yeah, I'm open, hit me up. You got a way to contact me, obviously. So you just contact me and we go from there.
Cool.
So,
we got another question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Ed Leshin wants to know, do we learn how to use the software with the masterclass?
The software like Prometheus? Leshin? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you learn how to use Prometheus. Yeah, I go over that with you. Yeah. And there's also times where I'll sit with you privately and go over it. Yeah, but that's part of that class. And every once in a while, I'll when there's like some type of movement into a new series, there'll be a bunch of new students and they'll have download issues and stuff. And there's a whole class will be dedicated to software. So yeah, so we're on that. Yeah. You know what I'll do, just real quick. I'll put the masterclass link in here right now. So while we're talking, if you guys want to jump on that, you can sign up. I also, yeah, I did return the old payment, the lower plan. So I'm going to put that in there. Let me find the chat. But let's have Nikki. Nikki, you want to start preparing as I'm putting this link in?
Here she comes.
Hey. This is for the masterclass. So if you guys want to sign up. All right. So Nikki is going to teach. I think Dani's going to teach the first couple classes live, and then Nikki will come on and teach us some medical astrology and herbology, which is amazing. She shared a few things with me, and I'm so excited because I don't do medical astrology, so this is really cool. All right, Nikki, are you there? I think
there she is.
Hey, Nikki.
Yes, I am here. Let me do something really quickly.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I need.
Hey, all right. This has got to do something. So any other questions while we're waiting for Nikki? Yeah, Ed? Yeah.
Will we learn how to compare charts? So, like I do some relationship coaching, and so it'd be nice to be able to, look somehow at the two people's charts and talk about that intelligently. So
yeah,
I don't know if that was something that
it's called that's called synastry, and we cover that in the course. So we have pre-recorded on that. We have that in the pre-recorded modules. If you look at the masterclass, it's about 30 plus videos, and there's a pre-recorded module on that. Okay. There's a lot on that actually, and predictive as well. And then that will be a topic that will be a live class with me in the masterclass. So I'll work with you guys for, I'll do like a 2-part series for the masterclass, the lives, and then we'll be doing synastry. And it's great because what you can do is you do like relationships. You can even do parent-child. What I like doing a lot, which you can actually do now, people should be doing this now, is like a lunar phase and your natal chart. So the full moon, it's in Leo, but Leo is in what house for you? It's different for you than me. Leo is in 5th house for me, but it can be in the 8th house for you. 2 different things. So Leo full moon is not the same thing for everyone. So with a synastry chart, you can fine tune how the Leo full moon will affect you. So yeah, so that's a long answer to your question. So,
okay, thanks.
Yeah, cool. Anybody else have questions while we're waiting for Nikki? Maybe we'll have Dani talk first because Nikki seems busy, and then we'll have Dani talk, and then Nikki, are you ready? You want Dani to talk first? A little bit.
Well, I'm ready now.
Okay, she's ready.
Okay.
Her sound's messed up though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a choppy sound.
Nikki, your sound sounds terrible.
Yeah, the internet is bad. I'll ask her to unmute. Wait, you got to unmute yourself because I muted you. Hey. She might have bad Wi-Fi. Okay, well, why don't we have you talk, Dani? And so let me get situated.
So I am as you guys know, I'm a physician, I'm an astrologer, I'm a philosopher, musician, artist. I've got my irons in a lot of fires. But this particular study, the study of astrology, has really sort of lit me up. It's kind of exponentially increased my spiritual journey, my own inner awareness. It's absolutely wonderful. And I want to teach that to pretty much everybody. Even if somebody knows where the moon is, that's one little spark that you can catch them and you can say, well, here's what that means. Here's what that means for you, and they'll be like, wait, what? And then you can just have a conversation. So This is going to be really exciting. I don't have a completed course yet. Actually, you guys are kind of getting the free version on my YouTube channel right now. I wanted to kind of figure out how to tell my story when I read a chart. And so I started in Scorpio and moved clockwise and said, this is the journey that people are choosing. This is how it goes. This is the direction we go. And so I'm about 9 chapters in. This week's going to be Pisces, and I think we have 4 more to go. And everything ends in Easter on the week of Ophiuchus. And so what I will probably do is have a little free one on that site for you guys. So you won't get it on YouTube. You're going to have to come and talk to us and learn from us. The Ophiuchus information is really, really powerful. It's a spiritual sign. It's not just, oh, this is your work and this is your kids and this is your lover. This is like your connection to God, your connection to the divine. And so I just don't want that everywhere. I'm going to have a little bit out there, but if you guys want the full, like, what could this mean for you? Then that'll probably be one of the courses that you'll see first over there. And then I'm going to jump on live once or twice a week. If there's people that are doing the basic courses and they've got questions, my intention is to just kind of show up and be there for you. Like, okay, this is my chart. So you can bring your chart to me and we can say, okay, this is what it means for you. It's almost like a free counseling on who you are based on your chart as an astrologer and how are you going to read it. So I'd love to do that. We can get a group of 4 or 5 people together once you join, and we can just kind of hash it out with each other. So that's another thing. And then, of course, I've got a lot of interest in astrology as well. There's ways you can read Venus on someone's birth chart because she moves through the morning star and the evening star. So how that lands on someone's chart is also very personal and very, very interesting, as well as Saturn. Everybody gives Saturn a bad rap, but I love Saturn, and I'm going to teach you all about Saturn and how you can use it to help you. Okay, so I mean that's basically it. I don't know what else we can, if I want to show people anything, or I just kind of wanted to share my vision tonight. You guys have seen all my posts, so you know where my stuff is.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you have a lot of information. I like that idea of doing Saturn, because he does have such a bad rap, but Saturn is a great planet. When you get the lesson, it's like you're like golden with Saturn,
Yep, absolutely.
So, and Venus, because it's the descent of Inanna, and Venus is considered a personal planet, so it does affect you where Venus is going. I have Taurus rising, so Venus is my chart ruler.
As do I.
Yeah. So it's like you need to know Venus, and you need to see where she is as an evening star. She's about to go through her initiation. In the morning star, she's a love child. She's born again. So Dani will walk you through that, and I think that's so amazing, And I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's important. Like I think I did, but I'll mention it again, that this is almost like sort of volunteer work for the students, the masterclass graduates, to do these live classes for you. So they will be making offers at the end of the classes for you. So Dani will say, hey, thanks for staying at the end of the class and to the end, and I got a deal for you, offer if you want to have your Venus reading. I'm doing them this week for a good price for you guys. So don't, think that this is something like sly, that, whatever, but this is how you support these students to do their work, and this is why I made this course $97. It's normally $247 without even a live component. So we're not doing that. We're doing it for $97 to cover sort of administration, fees, because I do emails about it, and I'll be, I'm always working on something. But it's important to support the students with what they're going to offer you at the end of the class. So I want to make that clear, right? So
oh yeah, absolutely. This is a journey of learning. We're all learning. And the best way, in my experience, to learn is to teach, because you're responsible for that information. So you really have to make sure that you got it right.
Yeah.
And then so when you share it with somebody, it's coming from, the purest place. You've learned it in the purest way you can. And then other people benefit from that. They can turn around and also teach. And so the idea is that everybody gets the bug, that everybody starts reading the sky, that we bring these two sciences together, and the price will go up, but anybody that joins right now is on the ground floor. You can hit us up with feedback. You can say, that thing that you did over there, I didn't like that so much. It would be better if you did this. And don't be surprised if we ask you to do it a little better too.
Yeah.
This is
Show up. Yeah.
yeah, show up. This is a collaboration. And the offering to Isaac of $97. This is a lot of work that he puts in. He pays a lot of money every month to put up the Kajabi site, to market to people to come. And so, he deserves that compensation for his time. We all deserve compensation for our time. We are valuable and we are worthy of that. And we want you guys to understand that too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, where's Nikki?
Yeah,
I want to hear about this.
Yeah. And then I want to also point out something, a really cool thing. The students, you guys might know it now, especially you, Dani, because now you're deeply in it, that you have to be doing it. And that brings your vibration to a certain level. So it's different if you learn and and then you're not participating. It's like, okay, I know about it, whatever. But when you know about it, you learn, and then you just apply yourself and you're in the elements of doing astrology, your life vibrates differently. You vibrate at your high level. You're in this nice space. So that's kind of what that's what I did. That helped me. Like if I'm not doing astrology, especially during COVID, like if I wasn't doing astrology, I was like going crazy. So it's like you always, should be putting yourself in a position to be in astrology. If you believe in astrology, put yourself there and you feel really good. So I just want to add that in there. So where is Nikki? Nikki, are you there? You there? Yeah. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you see me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, I can see you.
And hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. That's awesome. Yeah, so piggybacking off of what Dani was saying, like I have absorbed so much and read the books and took some courses myself, and I am pregnant to give it to the next person who can run with it, because it's amazing information. Since studying herbs and then going over into medical astrology after joining this group, is like so many observations that I've made that are truly accurate, and I'm just like, I gotta tell people this. And I talk to my family now, and I'm like, oh yeah, you got diabetes, well I see it right here in your chart, and you can take this herb and this herb and this herb, and and they notice the difference. So I feel like just starting here with Ike, and I am so grateful for the opportunity to do this, because I would love to get others in the know, because just starting at the ground floor with basically knowing the elements can boost your readings tremendously. Like it can boost what you're able to give your clients, what you're able to do for yourself and your family. Is where to look for deficiencies or excesses, things like, and then going to using the planets and things like that for medical astrology. It's great. I have a lot of information for you guys, and we're going to put it in layman terms where you understand it. It's easy to digest and it's easy to use, and you will be a force to be reckoned with when you have Ike, Dani, Nikki, and every other person that is coming along to teach you what they know. Because there's a wealth, and everybody might not be interested in everything. So you can go off into your medical field of astrology. You can go off into your physician or your allopathic medicine of everything, the psychology part of it, the God part of it, which I think of Ike doing when he goes on his trips to Egypt and things like that, and gives us that ancient knowledge. It's definitely a lot of information.
Give us an example. Are you able to do a screen share of that slideshow you shared me, or no? Because you're on your phone.
Let me.
Well, give us an example of you were telling me about like how if something a deficiency with Saturn, you would apply some herb.
Yeah. So an example of that with Saturn. What I have seen so far is it shows where your energy is being pulled or slowed down. So say, I'm trying to see how to do my screen. Sorry. So say Saturn is in my second house.
Mhm.
Okay, so Saturn is slowing down the function maybe of my voice. Maybe I lose my voice later, or have a lot of strep throat and things like that going on in that house. What is that house? The second house is I'm thinking if it's a Cancer rising, because I was doing one earlier today, so they would have Taurus. No, not Taurus down there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out this thing here too. Okay, so I'm a Virgo rising. So I have Saturn in my 12th house. So I deal with a lot of depression episodes. So you said that's where Saturn is pulling at me a lot. You know, and then Mars is where things might speed up, cause a lot of infection and inflammation, things like that. Why is my screen popping around like that?
So Saturn in the 12th will be like a depletion of spiritual energy.
Yeah, depletion of spiritual energy, and your pep and step. Okay, now I'm back to myself. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So what would you apply for that? Like what would you do with herbs and medical and?
Well, with herbs and things like that, for people who I've seen who have Saturn in that house, for sure, I've definitely gone through other aspects of their chart, of course, but I would go to something like ashwagandha. That is a pep. You know, it'll reduce your stress in the body, if that makes sense. And then like you can do something like holy basil, and what is it? It's holy basil and the trinity of herbs. That is holy basil, rhodiola, and holy basil and chamomile. I'm sorry, I'm nervous up here now.
That's okay. Don't
And
worry
you
about
would mix stuff like that together, because I'm coming off the fly here. It's just so much information to just bring into one.
But you'll be able to share that in a spreadsheet, and you'll be able to have it.
Yeah, it will definitely be in spreadsheets. Like I said, I will have formulas down for different common ailments like diabetes and high blood pressure and things like that. Common things that you could do to help somebody with that if they were to ask you, hey, I'm having this issue. So what herbs do you recommend to me now? And I'll show you how to, with keywords for each sign, element, or whatever. You'll know those keywords. You'll have at least 10 under your belt for each sign and each house. You'll have herbs that are go-to. And it's really that simple, because each herbalist, they only work with like 10 to 20 herbs that are their favorite. And that's all I want to encourage you to do, to encourage better health for yourself, your family, and then your clients who you may meet and help in their spiritual journey.
Oh, wow. So you can do it by house and then by sign. And
yes, you can definitely do it by house, because the houses stay the same. And then, people have different risings. So that's also a layer to it. And then the transits, oh my goodness, if you just don't even use the aspects part of it. And like I was posting in the group, because I started doing this following the moon every day. I know that when the moon is going into Cancer, I am Virgo rising. So usually my stomach starts to hurt, or I'm having digestive issues. And when Taurus goes around, I'm eating everything that isn't nailed down. So I know that this happens now when it goes through the chart like that. Or when Aries, usually I'll get a headache if I'm looking at my screen too much. That headaches are easily triggered during that time, because Aries is the head, headaches, things like that.
Wow. All right, Ed asks, is that like predictive astrology?
It is. It really is, kind of. It can be, especially when you start using the daily transit. It can be predictive. Like you can kind of see, hey, Mars is right here right now, and tomorrow the moon is going to conjoin it, so I better lay off the spicy stuff, or I better, and it makes sense to different people different ways, because this is how it's made sense to me. But other people that I have taught it to, they use it in their own way. Like they might use it for solar return charts, and they say, I see you're going to have surgery in August, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can use it for that. You can use it definitely in solar returns. And
I got a question. So like Ed was saying, so predictive astrology. So let's say on you know, 3 weeks from now, whatever date that is, I have Mars square Saturn, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that you would be able to say, well, if you have Mars square Saturn, this is what it's going to do. It's going to affect Saturn in the 12th, and then
Yes,
it's going to bring heat from Mars. So take extra ashwagandha tea
absolutely.
during the transit,
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly the observations that I have had, especially I'm working closely with a friend of mine and my aunt, and they let me have
Yeah,
at it
you
with their
experiment
charts.
on
And I
it?
do that. Yes, and
Yeah.
I do that. And I'm like, hey, the moon is going here today. Call me and let me know how you feel or
Yeah.
whatever. And
Yeah.
they get crying for no reason or
Yeah.
mad or whatever. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's definitely an asset to
Mhm.
have if you are doing reading, so that you know, even if that's not your modality that you want to do, it's useful to have it because you are at least aware, if not for anybody else, for yourself.
Mhm. That's really cool. So you'll do, wow. You could
Yes,
do
we'll start with the
interesting.
initial, for me, we'll start with the elements. We'll
Mhm.
start with the fire, earth, water, and air,
Mhm.
the basics. And
Mhm.
that is just based on Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine. I know Chinese has 5
Mhm.
elements, but I'm coming at it from a sidereal point of view because learning about Ayurvedic medicine and Chinese medicine, when I got into sidereal, learned about the 13th sign, I was like, whoa,
Right, right.
hey, wait a
Yeah.
minute. So let's throw
Mhm.
a fucus in there, and this all makes sense. It was like
Yeah.
a beautiful thing that was happening. So it it
Mhm.
works. It
Yeah.
it works, and
Cool. All right.
it's great. It's great, and I really want to teach it and
Yeah.
let you guys get to using it. I'm excited. I want you guys to use it. It's so much fun. I love medical astrology because I like helping people prevent things and live their best quality of life. Quality is everything. Like I want to be able to bend my knees till I'm 80. I want to be able to twerk and stuff when I'm in my 80s for sure. I want to take
Right.
good care of myself.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that. All right. So then,
You're
and then
welcome.
you have it. I saw your I mean, you're organized, even though you're nervous. I know today because you're
Yeah.
like. But she shared a slideshow presentation with me, and it's laid out like it's pretty impressive. And we'll probably share that as we're getting ready for our next class. We'll say, take a look at this or whatever. We'll do a good job with that. But yeah, I saw it. And I was like, wow, I was impressed. Like, you know, I'm gonna want to get in on that because I mean, I don't know medical astrology. So anyway, anybody want to talk for a little bit, ask questions? You know, now it's free time unless Dani has something to chime in with.
No, I love your energy, Nikki. I'm so excited that you're doing this with us. This is just great. And if anybody else has this bug too, let's chat, let's talk about it. Because
Mhm,
the more you offer, the bigger and the better it is.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, I know Don's got something cooking up. He spoke to me a while ago. I forgot what it was. I don't know. He left. Is he there? He's hanging up. But anyway, he has something that he wants to share when he's ready. And I think Ramutef is on, so Ramutef is going to prepare something for us, and we'll bring him on. I know Jesse is going to prepare something for us, right, Jesse? Yeah. Are you
Uh,
there?
yeah, because yeah, definitely. I'm still reading, but yeah, I feel like to what Nikki was talking about from what I've been studying and learning. The of course it's going to work, and yes, and it's because the same exact energies that formed the universe, that formed our body, are now those energies that we're interacting with at this time. And so, of course, right, it's just a reconnecting and a remembering. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm super excited about everything that's happening. And
Yeah.
Danny's channel is fantastic. I love just listening to your organite creation videos because the tidbits, right, of what you share as you're about the different elements that you're putting them in there. It's really really cool, really cool. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
it's a good vibe, a good movement, and yeah, excited to see where it's all going.
Man. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited because Jesse is in the master class, but he also we had some private coaching sessions together, and he shared a lot of what he wants to bring out. he's being humble now. But when he comes, I'm gonna be really happy to support his messages that he's bringing forth. So, oh, one more thing I forgot, I think. Let's see if it's here. I do have a 3-month sliding scale option for the masterclass for those of you who are sort of on the fence. Let me just make sure I have it here. Hang on a second. Yeah, this is it right here. It's in the chat. This is 3 months, you get the masterclass, and it's a sliding scale. And I would prefer you to be on the longer one, lifetime, because it is lifetime. But if you feel you can get it all in 3 months, and it awakens you to share something amazing, and you can share that, like how Jesse is. He's like, oh my God, it's like like something in him woke up that's ancient, and I see it. Like with Jesse, I saw it. I'm like, yeah, you awaken something up that's ancient, man. So yeah, when you're ready, like, we're here. Whereas if there's somebody who's just gonna take the 3-month class because they're cheap and they want to rush and get a certificate and then tell a story, and I'm gonna know if that story is not real. So it's not gonna be worth it, So I want to have some warriors on this situation, So we're here, we there's a lot, we need to be out there, man. Like Sidereal revolution is real. Like we need to be out there. And I just got word, I shared it on a group, the film producer that I worked with on that film, she's on the cover of some like LA magazine thing. And she told me that the trailer for the movie is going to be out tomorrow. So I might be able to share the trailer because it's public now. And good news is that she's heading off to a festival to this weekend and next weekend, and the movie won awards on both of those festivals. So she's going to represent. So one of them is in Roswell, New Mexico. It's like a UFO conference, and she's like, well, it's not about UFOs, it's about ancient civilizations and these hidden codes. But this is what's going on. Like we're coming in and we're being like, hey, we have the missing codes. Like the 13th code is the missing code. And just a little backstory, since we're on that topic, that's how the whole thing came about, where the movie is called Code 12, the 12 codes, and 12 codes in Atlantis. There's 12 codes everywhere. And she got all 12 codes, she thought, but she's like, something is missing. And out of nowhere, she gets an email from me, because that's how the universe works. And it's like, bam, I told her about the 13th sign and the information that I'm seeing. And here's my experience. And the 23.5 is associated with 13 sign. And she was like, holy shit, dude. If every single thing that's missing is every single thing that you answered, and you're the 13th code. And I said, well, here we go. Let's go. So we're the 13th code. We're the code that is not ruled by the 12 elements, the 12 codes of Earth. So we're in an interesting precipice. So that's who we are, guys. We're the carriers of this.
Absolutely. That's such great news, too. I mean, I think if you guys hear or see any sort of news about Sidereal, you need to share it. You need to reach out also to those people, because when that documentary goes live, we're going to get more people. They're going to come looking for the information, and we are going to be the resource.
Yeah. So that's why we have a speedy. I just shared the links, by the way. I didn't press enter, by the way. So you got the links for the masterclass, and you got the link for the sliding scale masterclass. So, but yeah, like we need to be in position to receive these people, and I feel like we are the ones that we're doing the work, and we have the platform, and I made the investment to get a professional platform, and we got professional people showing up, like Dani's a professional, Jesse's professional, Donna's a professional. We got like people that have experienced life as professional people in the three-dimensional world. So now these people are coming in and being like, I want to bring this what I learned as a professional in the three-dimensional world into the esoteric realm, because this is, what's going to happen is people are going to start, seeing the illusion, having falls and having traumas, and we need to be professionals. We need to be of the world, that we're helping people, and I believe that maybe that's why we got a little rocked earlier this week, is we needed to establish more of a foundation that allows for professionals to operate. And when you have professionals operate, yeah, you need a professional environment. And I think, I know, let me keep saying that, I know by the team that we have assembled, we have the professionals, have the professional crew. And that's what I want to stand behind and support. So that's what's up right now, and I'm happy, guys. So this is good. This is good.
This is so good.
Yeah. So let me know if those links went through, because they look a little jumbled. I'm not good with sharing while I'm talking. So let me just do it again one by one. I'm so bad at participating in the chat during live calls. That's the sliding scale one that just went in. And this is the normal full price lifetime one. And then I think before, this is for to have access to the live classes by the students. So pick whatever you want. And yeah, so, and I think that's it, unless anybody wants to just rap and talk and ask questions.
I have a question.
Okay, sure.
So just to define the difference between the two, the first link that you put up, it's lifetime access, but then is there a certain amount of months that the core information gets taught over, or it's just every month there's new information flowing? Mm-hmm. And as you're part of the community, you're just going to learn the new information, basically.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, thanks, because that helps me give clarity too. So the lifetime is, you instantly get access to all of the 30 videos of the course. So you can literally go through that. And I believe I do a pretty good job with it. You can ask the guys, Dani or Donald.
Yeah.
So you go through all 30 of those videos on your own. And then every week I come on and teach. I teach something. And usually how the teaching works with me is I pick up intuitively what my masterclass students are needing. So a lot of times, what will happen is I'll receive a lot of messages. Like the last one that we did a 2-week course. Like we did 4 modules, right? 2 classes per week on a fucus through the houses and a fucus through the planets. And how that came about was I got, like, within 1 or 2 days, I got like 8 emails from different masterclass students about how can they properly apply a fucus. We're reading about it, we're studying, but how do we apply it? I'm having such a hard time. So I took that and I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's all of us get together and let's dive into a fucus and how to apply it. And we're going to run through it in the system. So that's how I do the lives. So you get stuff like that. And then
and this is the best part of it, because what we're doing, since there aren't a lot of us, we're actually redefining the cosmology of the coming age. I mean, we're literally on the cusp of, Pisces to Aquarius, where it's community, it's spirit, it's inspiration, it's coming together, it's changing the world. Yeah. And so the best part about this, I mean, so let me give you an example. Pluto was discovered in the 19th century. Imagine all the astrologers getting together and talking about what Pluto meant. Where would it actually fit? When they rediscovered Neptune, when they, you know what I mean? Uranus, they all sat there together and they put on their egghead hats and they talked and they worked it out. And that's what we did. That's what we did with Ophiuchus, and it was amazing. Mm-hmm. Very powerful.
Because that was my experience with Ophiuchus. I mean, look, I got the tattoo on my arm, guys. Like, I'm not kidding. I married him. And that journey led me to go to Egypt to understand who is he's connected to Asclepius of Greece, and Greece, ancient Greek, and then Asclepius is directly connected to Imhotep. So I went and visited everything about Imhotep, and it's the same story of Christ. I realized it's the same story of Christ. It's what it is. It's the same story of all of these gods of all ancient mythology stories. Is there's one common human being that's born, and he is the one. They call him the one. It's like the Matrix, like Neo. He is the one, and it's like, how do you know? Well, we know we're the Magi, right? The three kings. We're the Magi. We know he's the one. All right, so train him. Make sure he gets help, and he's born to common parents. That's the story. Imhotep. Then Imhotep becomes from a common person. He rises up, and he becomes the grand vizier of all of Egypt for King Joseph. Then he becomes the creator and the builder of the first pyramid of Egypt, the Step Pyramid. And then he becomes known as the god of medicine. He becomes the chief observers. He becomes the chief of balance and law. All of this stuff. He's a simple man. And then here's the funny part. So I'm going to all of his. I see some of the writings about his initiations, and okay, so where's his tomb? I want to see his body. How can the most important man of Egypt, where's his body? They can't find it. Okay, who else's body we can't find? Who's the most important man of our time that became a god? That's the thing. They initiate him, and he's the only man of Egypt to become a god. Who else is the only man on planet Earth right now that became a god? Jesus. And it's not Jesus as like Christianity, it's Jesus the Christ consciousness, the crossing. So this is what we covered in the class. And then this is what my journey was to Egypt. So like my mission in life became, I want to know who this 13 zodiac sign. I just dedicated my entire life to this guy. Like I want to know, so this is it. And this is what Dani's saying, like we are finding what's hidden because we're on the precipice of bringing this out. And that information is suppressed. It's hidden. Literally 13 is the bad luck number. You no elevators have 13. There's no 13th floor. All this shit with 13. Meanwhile, 13 is the magical number. See, this is the thing. We're rediscovering that, and we're in that position. We're the ones.
Yeah. And we don't have to worry about being burned at the cross or, excommunicated for talking about this. We can talk about this to everyone.
Yeah.
They have to understand.
Perfect. Yeah. So cool, man. Anything else? Any other questions or insight or?
So just to follow up, so the difference between the first link that you put up and the second one is limited, like there's a time limited, and that's when you're saying the people who might choose that maybe either that it's a financial thing or they just aren't as dedicated or something. So it's the same material, but they don't have time access and they're just limited to 3 months. Is that what it is?
Yep, it's the same exact. There's no difference in the course. It's the same course. I mean, the way Kajabi works is that's the course, and there's 2 different offers for the course. You have a sliding scale offer and lifetime offer. So, and then the 3-month offer, it there's a button there that says, does this expire? And I says, yeah, 3 months it expires. The other one, does this expire? No. So that's the difference. So in 3 months it expires. And then from there you can say, hey, I really dig the class, and can I sign up? You can sign up for, that's not going to be available for a while because I really don't like, I'm keeping it at the higher price to attract more people who are committed to invest in themselves. It's about investing in yourself, because if you have $1,000 invested in the program, you're going to do the best. If you have $200 invested in the program, you could forget about it. That's common. It's value.
Sure. No,
that's how value works. Yes.
Yeah. And so then the information that Dani brings forward or Nikki brings forward, that's included too, or are they separate courses?
Yeah, they're separate. Yep. I haven't figured out how to make them. If I get more questions like that, I can put them as not separate, and maybe I'll do that. But right now, when Nikki and Danny and Jesse will be teaching is the beginner's course. So that's the 97 course. That's only the natal chart. But the beauty of it is that one button that says live course with the students, right? So that's kind of what that opens up. The master class is training with me, me and me only, and learning how to become an astrologer. So, but if someone asks me and they're studying deeper, like you're like, okay, like I'm in your master class and I really want to just sit in on Danny's classes and sit in on Jesse's classes, then yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. I'll give it to you. So you just gotta, yeah. So I'll do that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Anybody else? Any questions?
Any last words, Miss Nikki?
Anything, Nikki?
All right. I just wanted to say that as far as live, yes, I can at least commit to 2 days out of the week to go live and do something pertaining to the transit of the day or something like that. That would be pretty cool so that you can get an understanding of real life movement of how things are going and see if you notice anything going on with yourself or anybody else around you. That's pretty cool right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how cool would that be? Like, hey, here's your weekly checkup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
weekly checkups, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it. You see, this is why I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited. I was like, I
Yeah.
talked to Nikki. I'm like, Nikki, whoa.
Yeah, it'll all come together for sure. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. All right, I like that. Yeah, a weekly thing, and then what herbs that take, and then how to look at it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Yeah,
Yes.
really nice. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So yeah, so pick whatever, and we'll be in touch, and you'll be getting emails about when we're gonna start, and all that stuff is gonna be in motion. But we're here, guys. This is it.
This is
The
it.
academy has started. It's not just me teaching anymore. You know, I'm gonna be the old professor. I'm gonna get a cane, sit in the corner, and I'm done.
Is that words of hints of you're retiring?
Say it again.
Are you retiring?
Am I returned?
No,
Retiring.
retiring.
Oh, retiring? No, I'm not retired. I'll never retire. I always tell people like, I always tell people like, yeah, I teach the master class and it's really good. And I know like I'm tapped into something big and it's amazing and I love sharing. And I don't have all the answers. I hope that my last breath, I would at least have all the answers. That's what I hope for. That as when I die and my last breath is like, boing, I got it. I get to go home.
I don't think he's going to retire. He's always working.
Yeah.
Always.
I am too. Say it again.
Yeah, I think it was my headset. Yeah, it's my headset.
Yeah.
No, I was just agreeing. I was agreeing. So even though I'm about to take it somewhere. So what Ike is talking about, right? From I've been studying with Ike for a good 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I finally figure out what the allegiance are. But then it adds another constellation to it when you start to go into this realm. So it's like the allegiance between the sun and the moon.
Mm-hmm.
The importance of ancient astrology, just dealing with, the sun to Saturn, is something that I've been like really looking into, because I noticed that each one of them has a particular allegiance to either the sun or the moon. But then there's one planet that has no allegiance to any of them.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm starting to look at it. So I started looking into, because I'm a Kemetic astrologer or whatnot. And what I started noticing is that old story between the wager between Ra and Jehudi, or the sun and the moon. And from there, you start to point out, the three, I always forget what they're called, but, mutable, cardinal, fixed. Mm-hmm. And when you go to it in just a planetary wise, you'll see that, the cardinal and the fixed have the same planetary rulers, but, one's the sun, one's the the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you get to the mutable, they're only ruled by 2 planets, which is Mercury and Jupiter. So then as I'm looking into it, I went to, our modern day, and you see how they took out Saturn for the fixed and one of the Jupiters for the mutables. So then it dawned on me, I said, oh, snap, Saturn's the only one that doesn't have allegiance. Then it also dawned on me that both Jupiter and Mars are allegiance with the sun, where Mercury and Venus has allegiance with the moon. So I start looking even more and more, and then it's like, that's the war. And then you get to Ophiuchus and the constellation known as Orion,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll find out that the sun has allegiance to Ophiuchus, where the moon has allegiance to Orion. And then it just comes in completion. Like there's 14 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Each one has their double when you're dealing with ancient. But then when you add that modern, then that's when that whole story of the 3 kings come in.
Yeah, the 3 kings of Orion. Don't give all the information up. No, this is not a class.
So you guys see how much brilliant knowledge you're about to tap into just by getting on board? I mean, this is like, I talked to David before. He's amazing. Hope you're fine.
Yeah, you gotta say this is gonna be the class because the 3 kings and following the bright star to the east. That's all about the birth of the one.
No, just giving credits where credit's due. That's all.
Yeah. We're gonna have you on doing one of these the mystic ones. Yeah, this is gonna be good too. Thanks, man. Yeah. But hey, guys, we're gonna roll because it's 7:30. I wanted to keep it an hour, not to keep everyone on a Friday night, and let you guys got plans going out. So anyway, any last minute questions, real quick, on anything or no?
Did you put the link? Where did you put the links at? One more time.
Oh, they're in the chat. If you look in the chat, they're in there.
It's maybe because I keep getting kicked out. That's why I can't see it.
Yeah. If you open up the chat, they're there. If not, I'm also gonna do. I'll send this replay to you guys if you have it, and I'll put a link. I'll put the links in on all the ways you can join up.
Is it okay to schedule a time to talk to you?
Yeah. One of them has. Do you see something that has something?
Yeah, there's a link on the first one, the masterclass lifetime. That has a link to your calendar. If that's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Book something. I usually like people to say, "Hey, I want to book with you at this time," because I'm not really on top of my calendar. So, just book.
Yeah, like it was showing you have a whole bunch tomorrow.
Yeah. Book me tomorrow. Book me tomorrow.
Okay.
In the morning would be really good, and then I'll make that call with you. And we'll jump on
You're Eastern time, though, right?
Huh?
You're Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I'm Eastern time. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm on West Coast time. Okay, well I'll look at that. If I can't find a time there that's good for both, I'll try to pick another day.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm pretty free. Tomorrow, Saturday, right? Yeah, I'm pretty free. So just
okay.
pick a time that works for you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. You guys, Danny's doing tea time transits on Sunday, right? Yeah. So I'm good.
It's actually happening on Wednesday. Wednesday is the tea time transit. So if you guys saw the other ones, you want to catch the next one, it's right after the full moon. It'll be Wednesday night.
Okay, cool. All right, Dan. So yeah, I mean Ed. I said Dan. I was looking at, but Ed. Yeah. Anytime tomorrow, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks.
Hey guys, it was nice to
everybody.
be on with this call with you guys. Yeah, it's sweet. Well, onward and upward.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Please message me or email me or text me if you have my phone number to ask me any questions, okay?
Sounds good.
Bye,
Dani, actually, Dani, last question. Are you going to send out the stuff that you sent to Isaac for the Ophiuchus class?
I put it on the Kajabi community board.
Oh, is it there? Okay, I'll find it.
Yeah, I didn't want to put it out on Facebook. It just, it was really, I had some issues like emotionally with that stuff, and I just don't think it needs to be like out there in the world. So if you guys want to just get it from there, that's where to go.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right,
All right, you guys. Have a good night. See you later.
Right.